you're outside and the rain is coming in sideways, you just can't see anything. It gets in your eyes, it gets all over the lens of the camera, and you're literally shooting blind.
The wind was really crazy, and we saw like half of the windows of the lower floors of the office building were blown away.
We knew it was going to be serious. We knew this could be the most intense storm to hit Hong Kong, and it was.
We expect Mangkhut will bring severe weather to Hong Kong on Sunday. We expect frequent squalls and heavy rain. Seas will be very rough. Low-lying areas may have flooding or backflow of seawater. So the observatory advises the public to be well prepared and to make all precautionary measures in the next few days.
I've covered quite a number of typhoons over the years, and this one was different because usually there's 1 or 2 typhoons in Hong Kong every year. When previous typhoons hit Hong Kong, it wasn't quite often to hear government officials speaking about Hong Kong should prepare for it. So if you hear Hong Kong officials talking about Hong Kong should prepare for it day after day, you knew that this one was going to be serious.
在台风来的前一天，我去了一个离我们公司很近的一个市场，在那个市场里，就是我问了前来买菜的一些市民，然后他们给我的反馈就是，其实没有觉得这次台风会很厉害。像以前这种台风可能很大，大家都很期待的时候，可能不会真正朝香港过来，可能只是经过香港附近的地方，或者改变它的路径。但这一次的话，大家都没有想到是真正离香港非常的近。
So I'd found a data visualization that showed this big swirling mass off the coast of the Philippines. And we figured out a way to broadcast that via Facebook Live. Nothing happens in it. You just see this hypnotic swirling mass off the coast of the Philippines. We thought that may be of interest to the audience, and then woke up the next day to find that 2.5 million people had viewed it.
You see the sheer size of this typhoon. The storm was huge. And at the same time, Hurricane Florence was headed towards the eastern United States. This storm was even bigger than Florence.
Hi there, I'm Alkira Ryan-Frank with the South China Morning Post. The world's most powerful storm this year, Typhoon Mangkhut, is bearing down on Hong Kong as we speak. We're in Causeway Bay, and this is the shopping district, it's the shopping heart of Hong Kong. But right now, Hennessy Road is now a wind tunnel, a wind and water tunnel. It feels like a washing machine in here.
I got in about 9 o'clock, and everyone in the office was looking outside, and we're all a bit like, oh, it's a bit of rain, bit of wind. It was nothing spectacular, and we were bracing ourselves. The whole city was bracing themselves. And we were looking outside, and suddenly at probably about 10, 11, the rain picked up and it started just coming in sheets sideways. And we're like, all right, this is it, we need to head outside and start reporting.
It was over a weekend, and typically we don't have that many people on staff on a weekend, but this time everyone who's here needs to be available to shoot and capture the images as they came in, because this typhoon had a particular and unusual strength.
去年前年台风天的时候，我也去过红磡的海边，但都没有见到说它的那个海浪已经涨到比岸要高了，看到了那个波涛汹涌的那种状态是从来没有见过的。我就站在大概离水3米到5米远的距离，其实没有很远，其实很近的。如果它这个时候一个大浪打过来，我很有可能直接就被卷走了。所以我还是找了一个比较高的地方，有一个就是花坛。 所以我还是站在上面，然后用一只手抓住旁边的树，然后用另外一只手拿手机去拍，这样子才可以站得稳，不然我很有可能就被吹走了。
Mid-morning, we decided to head to the east side of the island, where the full extent of how powerful the storm was became evident. It wasn't until we were driving on the highway and a massive gust of wind lurched our car sideways. That's when I realised that this was going to be a serious storm. So we got down to Hengkosh, went as far as we could. I tried to get down to the waterfront pier down there, but we couldn't. There was a huge tree down, and also the road was beginning to flood. The storm surge was coming in. We had to make a call and to stop there because we were only in a small car. I've been through cyclones in Australia before and hurricanes in the US, and it's normally been just wind and not rain, but this was rain coming in completely sideways. The force of the wind and the waves was pushing over the seawall quite easily, and then was already flooding the bottom level of the apartments there. And that was 4 hours before high tide, so we had to get out of there.
Well, let's get back to Hong Kong now, where that typhoon has been skirting.
Currently I'm in Causeway Bay, and this is on a Sunday usually one of the busiest places to be in Hong Kong. This is where everyone comes to shop, but at the moment it's a complete ghost town.
I think when you first get out there, it's really exciting. You've got your raincoat on, you've got everything, you're prepared for this, you know what you're going into, but it's nothing like once you're out there and you're exposed to all the elements. And it's one of those, almost like a humbling and terrifying experience, but very much you see the true force of nature and you realise you're nothing.
We hold an iPhone on a gimbal and there's just rain coming at you. It's not something you can cover up from the rain. I'm a fairly large human and I'm being pushed about by the wind. And of course, it's not like you can wipe your face because you're holding the camera with both hands to keep it steady.
Oh look, our rooftop flying away. And my violin.
We've been living in that house for 10 years now, and obviously a lot of Typhoon 8s, even some Typhoon 10s before, but honestly I couldn't believe it either. It was just the roof house which stores our stuff, it just got blown away.
The actual wind was so strong and it just got progressively worse and worse and worse. At the front of my area there's a road all the way around and a car park at the front. The village people were communicating on a chat group to move your cars. There was a guy who actually said, please break my window, get into my house, get my car keys. He was overseas and a neighbour offered to do that, but those cars that weren't able to be moved were right in the firing line.
我哋樓下即係澳門最著名嘅新馬路啦。咁我哋由上高望落去就見到嗰啲水已經到咗消防員嗰條頸㗎啦。我冇可能喺條街度行啦，因為佢哋消防員都要用橡皮艇啦。咁我就喺酒店度揾咗一層消防樓層。因為如果我喺酒店間房咧，已經望唔到落去啦，因為啲太大雨咧、太大風咧，即係玻璃窗都已經係蒙晒啦。咁消防樓層就係冇玻璃窗嘅，咁我就會喺嗰個消防層度匿埋，去細風啲嘅時候咧，就會望出去睇下影唔影到啲咩咯。
10號風球嗰一日，我係去咗呢個大澳嗰度咧，就做呢個現場嘅行動指揮官嘅。咁其實撤離呢個過程一啲都唔簡單嘅，因為水浸啦。其實水深咧已經係及腰㗎啦。我哋要幫助一啲嘅老人家去疏散嗰陣時咧，就要我哋啲隊員直頭係孭住啲老人家啊，咁樣去疏散，去間水去疏散嘅。咁佢同以往嘅颱風相比，譬如話佢比天鴿。感覺上面咧個風力係比上一次更加厲害。
I have never had that experience, so this is my first time, and it's quite terrifying, scaring me. We were just like standing outside, watching the tree, but then suddenly we saw the tree like bang.
Of course, we were worried of something hitting one of the windows. Fortunately, we are somewhat sheltered.
This one, we have the window. Yeah, window. Holy cow!
When the big wave coming, and I thought like we can still stay because think that window will be okay. But with the wood hit the window and then it's broken and all water coming in. It's just like, that's it, we have to go. The front door is already loaded debris, so it's very hard to get out. My husband was panicking. I never see him scared like that. And I said, come down, everything's be fine. We climbed the debris, step by step. When we managed to going out, that is just another scare is coming because I thought like we don't have any helmet, we don't have any protection. And it's a lot of flying objects around, and it's like, I just told my husband, come on, let's go. And then we managed to get at the neighbor house.
But once we got to Sheko finally, it was the worst affected part of Hong Kong that I saw, definitely. The beach was just, it must have lost a metre or so of sand, and the lifeguard towers were all exposed and leaning on angles. They were about to topple over. They'd lost all of the base support that they had in the sand. I think probably 3 out of every 4 trees on the beach had been snapped in half and were all down. Probably the worst affected were some of the properties on the beachfront, on the backside beach, not the main beach of Sheko. Basically, the sand had been completely eroded underneath them, and the earth, not just the sand, but also the earth, to the point where their foundations eroded and they all collapsed into the ocean.
台风之后的第一天，我首先去到了铜锣湾的维多利亚公园。大家都知道维多利亚公园有很多的树，而且有很多的树其实是一些古树，几十年甚至上百年的古树，它们其实扎根都很深的，照理说不应该造成这么大的破坏。但其实当我到那边以后，也是跟我平时昔日里看到的维多利亚公园是完全的不同的。很多的政府的工作人员，包括消防队的队员，也都在现场去清理这个树木，去把大的树枝截成一段一段的，然后再运走。然后整个维多利亚公园就是一片狼藉。那些比较大的树都清走到哪里去了？大家一直都有这个疑问。然后直到去到旧的启德机场，我才看到说，真的那些树已经枯萎的树，已经腐烂的树，全部都堆在那个机场旧的跑道上。如果只是站在离它比较远的地方，可能如果你走到近处，你可以看到那个树其实已经堆到比人要高了，甚至比卡车还要高。整个机场的跑道上堆的全部都是这些残骸。
It was definitely a disaster zone. So no internet, no power. Most of the people were trying to clear the fallen trees from the roads. You couldn't get in, you couldn't get out. Anything that broke its mooring or the ropes have gone, all those yachts and boats ended up in a pile on the shore. There's the 110-foot yacht on the Cyclone foreshore. It's all destroyed on one side. They can't even put it back in the water. There's so much damage, so much more than other storms before.
I've never seen Hong Kong so beaten up as she was the day after the typhoon. It was quite sad. And there's lots of areas of town that are scarred by this typhoon. There are some things that are so beaten up that they might not be recovered. You look at the Duddle Street steps, which were built in 1875, and they've been largely destroyed. They might be able to be rebuilt, but they can't be fixed.
Hong Kong people are very curious about the typhoon. When the wind has weakened, a lot of them actually came outside to see the destruction. From afar, I saw someone put a rubbish bin over his head, and he was like just walking around the area in Hong Kong, taking pictures with the residents. That guy reminded me of the Lion Rock spirit because it's, Hong Kong people, they try their best to be optimistic, even though Hong Kong was badly hit by the typhoon. They picked themselves up soon afterwards.
经过这次台风，我觉得香港是一个非常伟大的城市，因为就算是这样一个超强的台风，离香港这么的近，而且比去年的台风要这么的严重，香港到目前为止也都没有人因为这个台风丧生。我觉得这一点，不管是在这个世界上的哪一个国家、哪一个地区来说，都是非常难得的一件事情。
I think for me, the image that I saw online that really will stick with me for the rest of my life is the elevator shaft toppling off one of the huge towers in West Kowloon.
It was seeing this river of garbage flowing through these alleyways in Sheko
There was a football pitch in Siu Saiwan, which had turned into a lake.
住在高层的一家人家里的鱼缸，你可以看到那个鱼缸的水是左右的摇晃的非常的厉害，就好像是在船上一样。
The office in Hong Kong, just papers flying everywhere.
This storm was so different and so intense, and I think it really hit home to a lot of people, not just in Hong Kong, but in Macau and in southern China, which also got hit. I think the biggest lesson to take away from this is always be prepared. Never underestimate the power of nature.